Hi, I'm Birdime. Now, over the past few months, one of the YouTubers who I talked about the most, CallMeCarson. I didn't want to make a video about this originally, but I'm going to be talking about the new situation with him and the kind of debate over the internet right now about him. Not debating if what he did was wrong or right, but just a quick sum up, just in case you guys don't know what happened. CallMeCarson got called out for there's a kind of references to some stuff like on top of this might have happened, but we're only gonna talk about the stuff that is 100% true and 100% we know happened. There seems to be enough evidence to confirm that this all happened. By the way, that when he was 19, he was inappropriately messaging a couple of people who were 17. Now, yes, you can debate and do all this stuff about the age difference. In my state, technically, if you're under the age, you technically can date up to 2 years, so like high school isn't weird. So when you immediately turn 18, you don't have to break up with the person if there's a year difference. So it kind of makes sense. But, so technically in some states it was legal, but some of the stuff seemed more like harassment or wasn't mutual, though some of it does seem like it was. So who knows? We can only go by what we're told. And more importantly, it is illegal 100% though. Yes, no criminal charges are against them. It is illegal that they exchange inappropriate pictures between one another. With some of them, you can't do that, even with the 2 years. So he was in a bit of trouble. Lost about 300,000 subscribers at that time. He's only posted once and made one other technical appearance. So technically he's been active twice since this happened. This was about January. And that is where we debate today. The other one, that happened first was I think someone was watching one of his videos during a stream, like a streamer live reacting to a video from the past. It happens all the time. And I think CallMeCarson texted that person and was like, hey, I don't think you should do that. But that is not the debate. He posted on his social media for the first time in months. And it was just a random thing on a story about his cat. But some people were a bit mad, saying that he really shouldn't be doing that. And there's multiple reasons why, because he needs to acknowledge more what he did. He needs to be talking about this more. That's weird and random either way. But the real debate is not if he did anything wrong or not, but when someone gets canceled, should they be, should they have to do all that, like avoiding social media and stuff? Because obviously there's people who don't. And in this sort of situation, it's similar to the Shane Dawson one, where Shane and Jeffrey both got accused of stuff, but only Shane left, not Jeffrey. And it's kind of similar how CallMeCarson and James Charles both did things, very similar things, though I think James Charles was with like way younger people. So, but James is still active, he is not. So I don't think the debate should be is if he should not be able to use his social media. Though, yes, I understand that some people are debating this because technically that was part of the platform that he used to, do these things. His social media, and then the YouTube is what got him big enough that he can use the social media. So I can kind of understand it, but it's his personal social media. Technically not. I understand. I think it's one of those things where he should maybe take a break from social media, which he has been doing. But I don't think it should be that reason why everyone's thinking of, where it's like, banish this person to the shadow realms, no return. CallMeCarson should be not on social media, because he should just leave the public eye, not just to everyone forget, because that's wrong. What he needs to be doing is leaving social media so the situation can be healed and then he can come back, prove he's a different person, use this time, use these past few months to, improve. I know in this situation it's not as extreme as other things, but let's use, there was a streamer recently who got in trouble for yelling and screaming at his child. That person would take the time to kind of maybe take anger management, do something to, better themselves, so when they come back, they have something to say, something to show, so they know, and the people viewing know, that they are going to be improving and trying to get better. It's kind of like the James Charles situation a few years ago, where he did something similar to what he did now, and everyone just kind of let it off, and then he did it again. I think the thing is, we need people to be actually accountable to their action and not just banish them away, because we don't know right now if he's doing anything or not. We need him to actually be accountable for his actions. So, him just living in fear that anytime he posts a video of his cat, he's gonna get hate, is not what we should be doing. We should be hoping that he gets better in the regards that he, because he technically did do something wrong. If you want to debate the age thing, you can till the cows come home. But in the end of the day, he could have gotten arrested for exchanging inappropriate pictures that people wore under the age. That is not debatable. That has basically been proven that it happened. So he could have gotten arrested. It could have been way worse. So I think when these things happen, and happens in the future, because, there's people who can't be really forgiven, like R. Kelly. But when it's something like this, if there's a chance to be forgiven, a chance to prove that you can do better, because he's still only 21, then maybe we should give him a chance in the future. Not just give him a chance to, give it to him like James Charles. He needs to prove it, show that he deserves another chance, and then we hope that he doesn't do it again. And then if he does, then that's when you just don't want anything to do with him. But at the end of the day, it was a video of his cat. I don't know if it should be as controversial as it is. I don't know. I've been trying to avoid doing a whole video about this, because over the past few months, there's been so many controversial things with James Charles, CallMeCarson, a few other people, and it just felt like if I did one, I would have to do every single person. But this kind of debate interested me just a bit more, because I don't know, I just don't think banishing people as punishment is what you should do in every case, because in the end of the day, wouldn't you rather prefer a better human being come out of this and not just someone who isn't active on social media? I don't know, it feels like that's a better result than just, good person or person we don't know what they're doing, but we know they're not on social media. I don't know. I have been Birdime. Maybe I'm wrong. I could have done more research. I just didn't want to. I did enough to be able to make the video. I didn't hack their phones and read every single message. I could be totally dumb. I'm using more as a CallMeCarson situation to kind of overlap and talk about all the controversial things in the past and things in the future. Just a straight up, some people, because someone will call me a hypocrite in the future, some people deserve a chance to show that they can do better. But when you're someone then they don't deserve another chance, because it's been years and they only do bad things. So, I've been Birdime. Hope you have a good night.